Alright guys, Gemini, back with another video, and I thought in this video today, it's been a while since I've spoken on Starrcade, the Essential Collection. For me, this was such a highlight when this DVD originally came out. I can remember being back on YouTube under my original Gemini 686 account back in the day, like 2008, 2009 when this came out, and just making preview videos and pumping it up and then picking it up the day it came out. And yeah, a lot has really changed in 6 years. Gem, 6 years later you're still doing the same thing. But yeah, Starrcade Essential Collection was great. Tons of great Starrcade matches, plus the story where, you know, Ric Flair is back in the Greensboro Coliseum, you know, where all the magic went down. That actually reminds me, before I talk about the DVD a little bit, JBL made a comment on Raw the other night that he said that Sting was the greatest star in the history of Starrcade, and I kind of got to disagree with that a little bit. I think Ric Flair is the greatest star in the history of Starrcade, and I don't think there is no Starrcade unless it's Ric Flair and Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair and Harley Race, really in the early days making Starrcade special. Remember, Starrcade was there before WrestleMania was there. Starrcade was there in November of '83. WrestleMania didn't come around until March of '95. So this is actually original, you know, and this is Dusty Rhodes' creation. You know, he created the name for it, and also Great American Bash and Halloween Havoc. But yeah, the Doc Crockett Promotions, you know, the Crockett brothers, Thanksgiving tradition, Starrcade is born. Dog collar match in reference to Valentine and Piper. A flair for the gold. Yeah, I mean, it was a flair for the gold, you know, in '83 with the Harley Race, who just beat the hell out of him and eventually dropped the strap to him. But Ric Flair did not win the title without paying a price. Harley really gave him a beating. Starrcade success, you know, I Quit match, you know, the scaffold moving out. Scaffold was Night of the Skywalkers in '86. Competition in the beginning of WCW. Ric Flair is Starrcade. He indeed was Starrcade. Reaching for new concepts in reference to the early '90s Starrcades, which were fails, you know, battle bowls done at Starrcades, and the wrestling at Starrcade '92 was pure, and the King of Cable tournament finals in the battle bowl, there was a lot going on. It was busy times in WCW. Bischoff revitalized the Starrcades, and I agree with that. Not so much '95, but I would say around '96, '97, you know, when Hogan and Sting started hooking it up. Goldberg's Impact. A very controversial finish at Starrcade '98 with Nash and Goldberg. The legacy of Starrcade, I think people are going to remember the legacy of Starrcade for being Flair, for being Sting, for being Harley Race, Dusty Rhodes, and being the original before WrestleMania was there. Some of the matches include Hogan and Piper at Starrcade '96, and I've spoken on that match before about how I disagreed with how the title wasn't on the line. Sting and Great Muta '89 in the Iron Man tournament, which they had these crazy rules and no one understood. Some tag team action in there. Goldberg and Nash. The Battle Bowl match from '91 in Atlanta. I believe Sting went over. Dustin Rhodes and Stunning Steve from Starrcade '93. All I see at Starrcade '93 is Flair winning the world title from Vader. Some matches from '87. All I remember about Starrcade '87 is they got preempted for Survivor Series. Starrcade '96 was in Memphis. Maybe it was in Nashville. Yeah, Mysterio and Liger, Master of the Liger Bomb. Flair and Luger from True Grit '88. Eddie Guerrero and Otani. You know, that was the USA versus Japan competition at Starrcade '95. And what happened at the end of that show? Flair closed it, winning the world title again. Sting and Big Van Vader from Battle Bowl, or the King of Cable finals from '92. Flair and Rhodes from The Gathering in '85. Eddie Guerrero and Dean Malenko from '87. The dog collar match is on here. Flair and Sting have a match on here. Magnum TA and Tully Blanchard in a steel cage I Quit match. And Ric Flair, Vader '93 when Flair won the belt. Sting and Hogan from '97 Starrcade. I mean, this is, I feel like I'm pretty much an expert on Starrcade. I feel like when I start talking about this, it just flows together naturally because I love Starrcade. Anyone says Starrcade to me, it's like an instant head turn. So yeah, I'll take some pictures of this. This has been Starrcade Essential Collection. Thank you for watching. I'm Gemini. Have a good one.